and welcome to Arthur Chat Show on Google Hangouts on Air. I'm your host, Linda D. Brown. My guest today is author Kelli S. Landon. Kelli is going to join us and discuss with us her new book, Stranded in Time. This is basically a YA novel, but I believe that anybody will enjoy this book. So let's go ahead and we're waiting for Kelli to come on. Let's see if I have her in here. Ba, 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 ba. I'm still, here we go. Invite people. All right. Um, okay. Let's get Kelli in here. Okay, and again, it's going to be real interesting to talk to Kelli. Kelli has a couple of books out that you can purchase on Amazon, and I think that you'll be really pleased with the type of books that Kelli writes and the nature of her books. And there she is, Kelli. Hi, this is Linda. Welcome to the Arthur Chat Show on Google Hangouts on Air. There you are.
Hi, Linda.
How are you, hon? This is also new, so those of you tuning in or will see the YouTube video, bear with us. We're just beginning to get this together, and it's a lot of fun. But you know, when you see what you look like on camera, it's like, oh my
I
God,
know.
you actually look pretty great on camera.
Oh, thanks. I don't feel like it, but
Really do. Kelli,
yeah.
this is your first time on our Google Hangouts on Air. We have talked to you before on the Arthur Chat Show. So why don't you tell our listening audience a little bit about yourself?
Well, let's see. I published my first book in 2010. Um, I work for the United States Postal Service, so I work full time. Um, have been writing like short stories ever since I lived at home as a teenager, just for something to do. So that's how I started. And I did have some short stories published locally, local magazines, and but my first actual novel I published in 2010. So it took quite a while because I was 40 years old when I did that.
Well, that's
So
great for a 40-year-old.
yeah.
Kudos to you. Kelli, how difficult is it to hold down a full-time job and also moonlight as a writer? How difficult is that for you?
Well, it's not easy. Normally, the only times I write are on my days off of work.
Hmm.
Um, Sometimes I get a little bit of writing in after work because I get off work pretty early, like 2:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
My husband doesn't get home till way later, so I have some hours by myself where I can write, and then on my days off I write.
Hmm.
Uh, I wish I could do it full time. If I didn't work, I could do it full time.
Hmm.
So it
Hmm.
does take me a little bit longer to get the time in.
Exactly.
I just got to cut out. I just got to cut out extra, you know, I guess
Distract.
extra activity. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And stay at home more, I guess.
Hmm.
So, you
But
know.
but actually, Kelli, because if you started writing and publishing your books in 2010, this is 2014. How many books do you currently have on Amazon?
Four. Well, I've got four novels and one short story collection.
Okay, so that's actually 5 books in 4 years. So I think that's great working a full-time job and at the post office,
Yeah,
nevertheless.
yeah.
You know that you're able to publish those, and then you're self-publishing. So again, for our listening audience, first time for someone that's interested in self-publishing their own books, what advice would you give them about how to get started?
Okay. Well, I would first just what I did was I just kind of searched around the internet what would be my best options.
Hmm.
Um, my first book I didn't know anything, so I paid a publisher for that because I didn't know how to do it. and then I started kind of getting on Amazon, and that's when I found CreateSpace, and I started kind of playing around with that a little bit, and I was able to publish 2 of my novels on there. I guess it's just a matter of surfing around the internet. Like I was on Twitter, Facebook. I looked up all kinds of different publishers, self-publishers, and then I kind of tried to find people who also published through certain companies, kind of get feedback about them, to see how satisfied they were with that company. But I am happy that I found CreateSpace, because that was a free, pretty cheap way to self-publish. To me, that was about the best thing I found. And Smashwords was the other website that I used for the ebook. So,
absolutely. Kelly, as a first-time self-published author, once you began using CreateSpace, did you use the templates yourself for your interior files, and then the book cover designer to design your book cover? And if you did, how was the process? Was it easy?
well, the cover was easy, because I just went through the templates that they showed me, that I was able to find all different pictures and what I wanted on there, and I was able to, redo my font size and all that. And I actually had fun doing that.
Okay.
But my computer did not have, this was the big problem, the computer I had did not use Microsoft Word. It used Microsoft Works. So I had to use a PDF file, because every time I would upload basically I just took my Word file, but it was Microsoft Works, and then I would upload it to CreateSpace, and there was always something wrong with it. So the best way I did it was using Adobe Acrobat for the PDF file, and then once I got that in for a PDF file, it was easier.
It was easier, right?
Yeah.
And so you did the paperback book using CreateSpace. You did your own cover using the back cover cover designer. And the reason why I'm asking is because I'm doing a workshop next Saturday, and I wanted to get some feedback from somebody, because I also consider them very easy to use, just to kind of let new users know what their comfort level would be. So would you basically say that in order to use CreateSpace and to be able to upload your interior file as a PDF, and also your book cover as a PDF, and also creating your book cover using their book cover designer, which is free, by the way, what, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being with 1 being very easy and with 10 being very difficult, what would you say? What would you rate that those templates and those tools there?
Well, the cover was very easy. You say that would be like a number 1 for me, because I had no problems with the cover. I really like that. But the interior files was difficult. It takes practice for me. I had to play around with it. Gosh, I'd probably say that's probably in the maybe around a 5, maybe. If you proofread your whole Word file or PDF file, however you have it, if you make sure that everything's right and there's no mistakes at all, it's easy. But like I uploaded mine, and then I got the proof copy sent to me, and then I found mistakes, so I had to go back in. I had to start from the beginning, go back into the Word file, make the mistakes there, upload it to CreateSpace again to the PDF, and it's basically like starting over.
Exactly.
So like if there's like no mistakes and you got it just how you want it, it's pretty easy. It's just a matter of formatting it, getting like the right trim of the book, formatting, and then get the spacing right.
Exactly.
The spacing is important too.
Exactly. So that should, for those of you again that are interested in self-publishing, there's your answer there. And this is from a lady who, after 8 hours, comes home from the post office and plays around with these tools and finds them actually pretty easy to work with. And Kelly, I'm just assuming, so your job at the post office, do you work on a computer, or are you doing something totally different?
Oh no, I work on I'm on my feet at work. I'm basically it's almost like I work in we call it kind of like a factory. It's a plant job. So we're constantly working on our feet, lifting heavy mail, and so there's no sitting down at a computer or nothing like that. But no, I do write down notes. if I
Right.
get an idea in my head, I'll stop and write stuff down. So I
Exactly.
have, yeah.
Okay. Well, again, that's just to let people know the level of comfort that even if you not really want to sit there and be on a computer 24/7,
Yeah.
these publishing tools are really easy to use. Using CreateSpace for your paperback book, and then now, did you immediately upload your ebook to the KDP, the Kindle Direct Publishing, right
Yes,
after?
I did that after it was finished.
Okay. And how did the formatting come out, Kelly?
That actually didn't do too bad. I mean, I just went step by step on the screen, and I mean, I was amazed that it worked.
Hmm.
Really, it didn't, there was no problems with that at all.
Exactly. And you haven't had any reviewers say that they've had a bad experience trying to read your ebook because of the
No, not
formatting?
yet. Yeah, not yet. I haven't. So
Well,
good.
we were spending the first couple of minutes, guys, kind of talking about what a self-published author goes through. And like I said, Kelly's a great example because she does have 4 books out on Amazon. She still works full time. She's not a computer wizard, so this is something that she sits down and does 24/7. So this is a great way for first-time authors that if you've had a lot of rejections or just rejections from traditional publishers, or you just want to really make more money because you really do make more money when you publish yourself, to go ahead and give it a try. Kelly's information these first couple of minutes have just been awesome, and I hope you guys are taking notes. Now, Kelly, let's talk about your book, Stranded in Time. I love the premise of this book. We've actually went back and forth on social media talking about, oh my God, I'm back in the 70s. Tell
Yeah.
us Give us a brief synopsis about your book and also tell us a little bit about your characters there.
Okay, well, the main character is tracing her family tree. Her mom is deceased, so she's trying to find more about her past. And she's going to college, so she finds out that she's able to do this, her family tree, for a research paper for school. So she starts going back to her mom's childhood neighborhood and starts looking up, she looks at her mom's grade school, goes inside and has a tour of a grade school, and she ends up accidentally crossing over into the year 1975. And then she's able to actually witness her mother's childhood.
Mhm.
There's more to it, but it's kind of hard to talk about because I don't want to give much away. But
Right.
when she first gets to 1975, she has like no help. She doesn't know like who to turn to, or So
Mhm.
there's more. Like I said, there's more to it. She does find somebody to help her, but
Okay.
uh, it's kind of like giving away because there's a reason why she accidentally crossed over. There's a
Mhm.
reason why,
Right.
and that comes out after she's went
Sure.
back.
Exactly.
Right.
Now tell us, because I thought this was really great to discuss on social media and a great way to really promote your book. And that is Imagine 2014. And how old is your heroine in the story?
How old? 19.
She's 19. Okay.
Right.
So you're 19. This is 2014. So she's not used to landlines. She's not used to VCRs. Tell us a little bit about how you talked about that on social media and what kind of dialogue you got going with the people in your circle so that we could kind of talk a little bit about your book.
Well, first of all, of course, she doesn't know anything about the rotary dial, so she has to kind of figure out that on her own,
Mhm.
which is pretty easy, I guess. But the rotary dial I talked about, and like on TV, we only had like 3 channels. There's no VCRs, you had to watch the 3 channels that you had. There's no HBO or nothing like that. So that was one thing. Um, oh, let's see, I'm trying to remember the rotary, like I said, the rotary dial, the different kinds of cars. Well, for one thing, I said there was an ice cream man, how you hear the jingle of the ice cream truck and everybody goes crazy and runs out. So, that was different for, well, music, of course, was different, the music back then.
Exactly.
It was just basically no internet, no cell phone.
Right. No microwave ovens. No,
Right,
no
right, and no
telephone.
remote control. Yeah,
Right.
on the TV. You had to get up to change the channels. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And change the channel. Could you imagine what kind of a wake up call that would be for our modern day teenagers
Oh,
and
I know it.
30 somethings as well? Yeah,
Yeah.
that is. So, Stranded in Time. Who's your main character? Okay, you've talked a little bit about her.
Yeah.
Who else figures very prominently in the storyline, Kelly?
Well, Samantha Harper is the main character. She's 19. Um, she finds out before she goes back in time. She finds out that there was a. She sees into there's like a damaged wall inside the school, and thinks she sees a little girl. Well, then she thinks that the school's haunted.
Hmm.
So she gets all interested in that. Well, actually, she's seeing into another time. It's not a ghost. She's seeing into, through that. There's a portal going through that wall, and there's a reason the wall's damaged. And then after she crosses over, she finds out the reason. There was a teacher that went missing in 2009, which is 5 years before the story starts. And she finds out what happens to that teacher when she goes back to this 1975. And she gets to know her, and she's like the teacher. Her name is Suzanne Sheridan. She's like the second character, the secondary character in the story. So so then she tries to find her and tries to find out what her past and what happened with her, and there's more. Like I said, there's more to it. I just don't want to give too much away of the plot, but
Exactly. Right.
you know.
Yeah, that's interesting enough.
Well, and then of course, her mother is a child. She her mother is in kindergarten in this year, so she gets to see her grandmother, who she's never known. Her grandmother and her great grandmother, and she gets to kind of know them a little bit. They don't know who she is, of course, but she meets them. So that's all. So then she becomes fascinated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Kelly, your genre. Now, that's definitely. Would you consider that a mystery, a horror? Which genre? And also YA. Is that correct for young adults?
Well, it's college age,
Hmm.
so I don't know. To me, that's young adult, but I don't know if that is for. It
Okay.
depends on the age, but it's
Well,
college
a
age.
14-year-old would be able to read it and understand it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that'd be yeah.
Right.
Um, um, I was gonna say something else, but I forgot what you asked me. um,
Okay.
uh,
And is that considered a mystery or horror or
that's
what?
right.
Yeah.
It's a mystery because what she finds out is this little girl. When she thought she was seeing a ghost, she finds out that a little girl did die at the school accidentally, but it involves her mother a
Okay.
little bit. So she tries to uncover if it was really an accident, and she tries to find out if it's what really happened. But then when she finds out, that leads to something else. She finds out something else about her family that she didn't know.
Mhm.
So then there more unfolds about her family and this murder mystery, this mystery, and of the little girl. So it's kind of I guess kind of a murder mystery, but it's not like a horror story. It's not scary. It's more like a time travel mystery.
Like a sci-fi type,
A
like you said.
little bit, kind of like fantasy. Yeah,
Hmm.
kind of like fantasy.
Right. Okay. So, and tell us. So, you have the book available on. It's available in paperback. It's available in the Kindle. It's also available in Smashwords. Correct?
Not Smashwords yet,
Oh,
but
we don't
it's
have it in Smashwords yet.
no,
Okay.
it's Kindle. What's the other one? Nook,
Okay.
Barnes and Noble,
Uh-huh.
and Amazon. It's hardback, paperback, and it's soon to be out in audiobook.
Audiobook. Oh, good. Okay,
Yes,
great. Okay,
yes,
great. So now, did you use that ACX, that audio creation
yes.
exchange? How did you like that process?
It's really great. We've got 8 chapters done. Well, 7 chapters done. So I'm
Uh-huh.
waiting for chapter 8. And
Okay,
it's really neat because I'm hearing the woman doing the voices, which I think is really cool to hear the voices of the characters.
right.
So yeah, it's going really good so far. So I can't wait to see it, or
Okay.
to when it comes out.
How did you find the auditioning process for narrators? Did you audition a lot of people?
No, it actually was just the first one.
Oh, really?
Um, yeah, she was really good. The
Okay.
voice was I thought was perfect for this character.
Uh-huh.
Um, it's just basically I picked, just American accent,
Hmm.
and the voice I picked was the engaging voice. So it's perfect for she does great for a 19-year-old
Oh,
um,
okay.
character.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
So I was very, very happy.
And you guys came to an agreement on the hourly production rate on there. We won't go into specifics, but how did you find that process? Because that's also a negotiable process. How did you find that?
That was pretty easy. I basically had my mind made up what I was going to offer first, and she took it
Okay.
right away. And she seemed really excited to read the book.
Oh, good. Oh, awesome. Now, okay,
Yeah.
I have to get my plug in. Now, Kelly
Okay.
actually purchased a copy of my How to Convert Your Published Book into an Audiobook. So, did you use that, Kelly? And how did you find the step? Was it easy? The ebook that I put together to show you how
Yes.
to find a narrator.
Yes. The only problem I had was I was using Internet Explorer,
Okay.
and for some reason, Internet Explorer was had some kind
Not.
of conflict with uploading the book. So
Mhm.
I had used either Firefox or Google Chrome, but either one of them worked.
Okay.
So I had to use that to upload. It just had a problem uploading the. I had to upload like a maybe a page or two for them to
Mhm.
audition,
Exactly.
and it was the upload that was the problem. But other
Mhm.
than that, everything worked out great. So and it was
Excellent.
pretty easy, step-by-step process with
Oh,
that.
good. Okay,
Yeah.
great, great. And I'm glad you found a narrator so quick, and she
Yeah.
willing to be very open with what you offered her. That is fantastic. So, any idea when the audiobook is going to be finished?
Well, I set the deadline for July 25th.
Okay.
So about the end of the month, I'm hoping. I have a book signing coming on August 9th in a local bookstore, and I was
Okay.
kind of hoping it would be done, but I don't. That's kind of cutting it kind of close. I don't know if it'll be done by then.
That's okay.
So
Just you can
yeah,
always. Well, here's what you do. Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned this. So, for you first time authors, take note. Here's what you do. Anytime you have an ebook or an audiobook that's not quite ready, what you can do is make sure that if you can, if it's not a lot of people at the book signing, have them do a sign-in sheet and capture their email address. Then once you get that book out, go ahead and shoot them an email. You can also create a QR code, believe it or not, for the audiobook and just especially if you are doing the ebook, you can pre-sell it on Smashwords and Amazon. Audiobooks, I believe you can pre-sale. And what you can do, the banners that you put up for the book itself, and I'm sure you have a banner, which is the cover of the book for your book
right.
for your book signing, you could put that QR code right down below, with the sign that if you wanted an audio or ebook, just, click on that. And that way it'll take them you can actually set it up so it goes right to Amazon or whoever you have the pre-order with, and they can order right then and there. So,
Oh, that's great.
and you still
Yeah.
get credit for it. Absolutely. So just a
Yeah.
little helpful hint there.
Yeah, that's great because I have a lot of people who really they have a problem with they don't read very well, and they are really looking forward to the audio. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. I didn't realize how much of an audience I was missing in that market until when my first book, Invisible Enemies, came out, and a couple of ladies were like, we work a job where it's very tedious work, and they allow us to listen to audiobooks while we're working. And she was like, can you do this as an audiobook? Well, of course, this was 2010, 2011, and I had just spent most of my money getting that paperback book printed because I wasn't using CreateSpace. I use Lightning Source, which is also a good printer slash distributor. But CreateSpace has so much more to offer writers that I just had to switch all mine over. But I say all that
Yeah.
to say it's great to have ACX so that way you can capture that corner of your market as well, Kelly.
Yes, I'm really glad that you told me about that. So now I was able to to get that done because I was really looking forward to an audiobook for this one.
Oh, exactly. Absolutely. Well, I will definitely be looking forward to seeing you on social media, letting us know how the audiobook is coming along once that comes out. And I pretty much promote that the same way that I do my print books and my ebooks. Just get them out there. The great thing about using ACX is once that becomes live it goes live on the iTunes Store, Amazon.com, and audibles.com. So you really want to look into that, Kelly, and start tweeting for Audible members that they can get your book for free, but you still get you get paid for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely want to do
Yeah.
that. Oh, wow, yeah. So I mean, that's just absolutely great. So Kelly, again, mention to us where you're going to be at in July. You are having a book signing.
It's August 9th. It's on a Saturday, from 2 to 4. It's at a store in Peoria Heights, Illinois. It's called I Know You Like a Book, and it's just a little bookstore. I'm going to be there from 2 to 4, and I'm going to have my paperbacks for $10 and my hardback. I got a few hardback copies, and they're $19. So I'll have both of those, and then I'll have bookmarks and other promotional items too to give away. So.
Excellent, excellent. All right, well, Kelly, believe it or not, we're really kind of winding down to the last couple of minutes of the show. Tell us the retail prices of the book. That's one thing that we need to know. So the hardcover is mention the price for me again, please.
It's 19. I think it's right around $19.
Okay. And the paperback?
The paperback is 10. Yeah, 10. I think on Amazon it might be like $10 and like 90 cents or something, or 80. I can't exactly remember, but and then the ebook for Kindle is $3.99.
Okay, great, excellent, excellent. All right. So again, we wish you all the best. I hope a lot of people go and grab this book. Like I said, it's interesting to me to just imagine a 19-year-old stuck in 1970. You know, where people are probably walking around in bell bottoms and halters and afros and.
Yeah.
It's a cell phone to text anyone to say you wouldn't believe what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right, Kelly. Well, thanks so much for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure chatting with you about your book, Stranded in Time. And again, for those interested in getting a copy, you can go to Amazon, you can go to Barnes & Noble, The Nook, and it's available in paperback, ebooks, and soon to be released in audiobook. Yes. Any last words before I let you go?
I don't think so. I can't think of any. There's no book reviews for it yet, so I'm still waiting for that. Okay. For the book review.
Oh, okay. And one last thing. Did you sign up for one of those virtual book tours with Michelle?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yes. That's a great way.
I think that's going to be later on this month. Yeah.
Okay, great. Just an FYI, when people sign up for those virtual book tours, or if you just go find bloggers in your genre that might be interested in having you do a guest post about your book, that's when you'll start getting reviews in, and reviews really do sell books. They really do. So I wish you all the best. And since we're now connected on social media, I love to send out information and advice just to kind of let you know, a little tip here, a little tip there about the best ways to market and promote your book. Okay. Well, Kelly, thank you again for tuning in with us and talking to us about your book. We will see you next time you come on the show. Hopefully that'll be when that audiobook comes out. So give me a
Yes, that'd be great. Yes, thanks so much for having me.
Not a problem. Take care and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. All right. That is our show for this evening. Again, my guest was Kelli S. Landon, and the title of the book is Stranded in Time. You can get a copy of that book on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, and it's available in ebook, paperback book, and actually, you can also get it at your local bookstore. They might have to order it for you, but you can certainly still stop by and pick up a copy. Thank you so much for joining us on Google, on the Author Chat Show on Google Hangouts on Air. We're getting a little bit better with this, so we should have a really down pat by this Christmas. So thank you so much for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.